All right, hello guys. How's it going? Hey Clancy, how's it going? Thanks for joining. I'm waiting for Eric, but actually I'm gonna be playing right now. Have I been watching the Meltwater? Yes, I have. But I'm not really following it closely. Have you been watching it? Alrighty, let's do some bullet game before Eric gets in here, shall we? Do, 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 do. Yeah, they're pretty good. Okay. Hey Eric, welcome to the party.
Oh, is there a party happening?
Yeah.
There's 7,000 people in this? That's dope.
That's like a mega party.
Yeah.
No, just potting here with Clancy, who is watching the stream right now.
What's up, Clancy?
How's life?
It's a lifesaver kind of day.
Yeah, excellent. We like those.
Yeah, it's saving lives. We shipped out 60 pallets of guns today, so
Oh
not
wow,
a bad day.
nice. So like to different locations.
Um, Amazon, well, all to different Amazon warehouses.
Oh, Amazon. Okay, gotcha.
I'm about 1250, Clancy. I am terrible.
You can challenge him though.
Yeah,
Um,
what is Spencer?
yeah, Clancy, what's your rating?
He's like 1800. All of the chessboards arrived today for your sign meal.
Mm,
I got fancy ones too. They're nice.
really?
I mean, not fancy, but they're okay.
Okay.
I didn't get the dollar ones. How about that? They're like nice. They're wood.
You're gonna give them as you can tell the people whoever beats me, he gets it to keep it.
No, I'm going to give Mary their chessboards. I told you I'm going to have you sign them,
Uh huh.
and they get to take them home.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Um,
Clancy's not telling me his rating. Well,
raring,
yeah,
rating,
I should be already.
rating. It says Clancy is about 1600.
No, 1600 puzzle rating. I mean, so am I on puzzle rating, and he's 1250.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I told you I'm about 1200, Clancy.
So perfect. You guys are a good match.
Yeah,
What's your username, Eric?
Eric Lupton.
Eric Lupton.
That's my name.
That's Eric's username on chess.com. So if you want, you can challenge him. Now you guys are welcome to play after the lesson or whenever you guys want to. So you guys, so I assume Eric, you guys are saving more lives in the summer. Busy.
Yeah, summer is the busy time. We do, like 2/3 of our business between April and July.
Hmm. So you're right in the midst of it.
Yeah, May and June are our busiest months of the year.
Very nice. No, Clancy, we can't give you 5 minutes. You gotta do it now. Alrighty. So chess news. We don't have a lot of chess news. As far
You
as
said you had something yesterday.
well, I was trying to make something up, Let's see the first chess news. This guy's name, and let me turn it on. This guy's name is Timur Jabov.
Yeah, I know him.
He got a spot.
He owes me $15.
$15, really? Why?
That's a long story.
Okay. Exactly 15. Interesting. You invited him for a shot or something?
I mean, I'm not talking about it.
So Rajabov, he gets a spot in the 2022 candidates tournament. So if you guys remember, what happened is that he qualified for the 2021 candidates. Actually, I should say 2020 candidates. However, he refused to travel back in March of 2020 because he was concerned about COVID.
Right, and he turned down the candidates, right?
Yeah, so there was even an interview with him on chess.com, and it was all over the place, all over the news. And so in the end, he was kind of right. It did end abruptly in the middle, and maybe it would be better just to postpone all of it. But looking back at time, who could have predicted that this is what's going to happen?
You did.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what's going to. They gave him kind of the wild card to participate. So the other spots are going to be actually the one who it's either going to be Magnus. Actually, both Magnus. I'm sorry, not Magnus. One of them is going to participate. Whoever loses the world championship match is gonna get a spot there. Rajabov, and then we have another 6 spots, as you can see, from these kind of tournaments. So this is just kind of very strong tournaments. So good for him.
Cool.
Another thing that I think I covered already last time is right now chess players are competing for Bitcoin, and the reason why I'm sharing it is because MarketWatch is one of the newspapers I usually read, one of the apps. So um, Gimp Pimp says Eric has an exclusive deal and only plays on where?
Chess.com.
Okay. um, why is it? Am I the only star? Am I the only one?
Oh, I think it censors websites.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I think Clancy said, "Oh, I would need to make a chess.com account," but it blurred out the chess.com. And then when Gimp responded,
Yeah.
it also blurred out the chess.com.
That's too funny.
God forbid anyone promotes something,
Yeah. You guys can. What if you type chess.com? This way we.
Exactly. I can do like this.
Yeah. Did it work? Oh
That
yeah.
work?
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Oh, okay. I forgot that this is your username.
I'm a pimp gimp and a gimp pimp.
always,
Sometimes a gimp who pimps.
always, always good humor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even though it's interesting how you start playing for for a prize, and then in the middle of the tournament you discover that it slashed and by 20%. So.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Um, but hopefully Bitcoin will make a comeback. Hopefully he does. Okay, so today we are going to continue to discuss our topic that we started last time, which is fortresses. And I believe that mostly what we have done is showing fortresses with the queen and the rooks. Today we're gonna focus on bishops and some other fortresses. But before we do, I gave you some puzzles, and you promised me that you solved all of them. Well, at least most of them.
Oh, I said I solved like the first two.
Okay, so you. So.
And that was a long time ago. Let's see if I can remember.
Let's see. Let's see how you did.
I didn't write them down. I just like looked at them and solved them. So we'll see if I can recall.
Okay.
I worked on them with Michael McKahey. And he said they were very hard. He doesn't have the benefit of the lessons.
Yeah. Well, I'll be happy to give him a few.
Yeah, I offered him 3.
All right, Clancy. Eric. This position occurred in a game between Petrosian, not the world champion, and Hassai in Belgium, 1970. And they say that Black is strategically lost here, even though Black has a bishop, but strategically he is lost. But he tried his last chance to make a trap. So Black to move in this position. What should Black do here? Actually, the question was Black to move. What will be the result? So I guess let's start with that. Black to move. What is the result?
I think Black is strategically lost.
So yeah, I guess I uncovered the answer ahead of time.
No, but I thought Black was lost anyways. I mean, in a closed position like this, a knight is just way better than a bishop.
Yeah, but sometimes it can be too close. So Black was trying to play for a draw. So what move did he do? Any idea?
H4.
So h4 locks down the position.
Yeah.
And what would white do? What is white's plan actually?
If I was white, I want to get my knight on c6.
Okay, good. Wishful thinking. That's I like that.
Or g4 or f5 or e6.
Unfortunately, all these squares to get there, you have to get to one of these squares,
Yeah.
which are defended by these pawns. So that's not going to be too easy.
The other thought is to get your queen on c3 and your knight on b3 and attack that pawn there.
So go here, here, and attack a5, and then maybe if he pushes the pawn, then maybe the knight is going to go to a5 and then c6.
Right.
So that's possible. Well, actually, contrary to the usual thing that we see in endgames with a knight, here white wants to open up the position. Not completely open up the position, but open it up as much as it will allow him to get in. So what kind of a breakthrough can white play here?
I mean g3, or I mean g4, I guess.
No,
g3
for white.
Yeah, g3.
I mean g3.
I mean, you have to move the bishop first, but.
Oh well, what if I don't move the bishop?
Yeah, I guess you got point. I could use the knight to go trade.
Here, trade, but then I take, and it's still very close. Actually, I'll probably take with this one, or maybe this one. I'm not sure, just to be safe.
Right, but then you can go, h4, then get the queen over there, and you can get around in the back.
Yeah, if he will allow it.
Yeah.
If he will allow it, but here. If I go here, maybe somehow you can catch my bishop, but I'm not sure. Here. Actually, what I'm afraid of, if I would be white, is that if white plays knight c3, knight e2, but the bishop is going to go to f2.
Right, and then to d4.
Yeah, that's going to be terrible for me. I feel like I'm going to lose all of my advantage if the bishop is on d4. So to break through, we have to exchange some pawns, right?
Yeah.
So what pawns can we move here?
You only move 2 pawns. You've got a4 and g4, 33. Oh, no, what am I saying? You've got b. I remember running this now. b6 is the only move.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's coming back to me now. I remember now.
So if black does nothing, white wants to push b6. He wants to open up the position, and once he does, then he wants to attack. For example, b6.
So I did king to b7 was my move.
Okay, so in this position, you played king b7. Okay, interesting. But unfortunately, it still doesn't work. Why is that? Let's see. Let's see if you can find. So white can still play b6.
I must have done something else then, because I thought about this for a while.
See, that's why you have to write down your answers. But let's look at this. Why it doesn't work? So b6, pawn takes. It looks like white gave away a pawn, but it was a very strategically important sacrifice. So what should the white do now?
You don't take on c5 and then the d pawn takes capture on e5 and do something like that, do you?
This is actually pretty interesting. I think it's just a little bit too risky, but in a bullet game, I would definitely try that. There's just something safer. So what happened after b6? What has changed in the position? What other ways we can get our queen in the game?
You go to b5.
Yeah, so the b5 square got cleared. So queen b5, And now really black, it's almost like he has to resign because queen c6 is coming, queen d7 is coming, and then b6 might be falling, and so on and so on. It's just pretty bad. Okay, so let's go back to the initial position. So how does black stop b6? So what move should we have to play for him to prevent him from playing b6?
Yeah, I'm looking. You can't get the bishop anywhere in there. b7 doesn't work. c7 or c6 doesn't work. I don't see anything you can do with the queen. I don't know.
There's really only one move in this position, which will legally deny white of playing b6. So forget about all the everything that you know about chess and think about just legally.
Queen to b6.
Good job. Queen to b6 was actually played in the game by black.
Okay.
And guess what? White was caught in a trap. He took the queen.
And it's just locked down, right?
Yeah, and that's it. That's a fortress. After c takes b6, he tried to open it up. I mean, the only way to open it up, he played h4 here. Okay, so now that's a challenge for you. How do we completely lock it down? Should we take with the pawn? Should we take with the bishop? Should we push the pawn, not to take at all? So think about how do we lock this position down completely.
I would take with the bishop.
Okay. And so now I'm gonna go with the queen, and my idea is to go here, here, and get in. So how do you stop me?
Yeah, I guess the white square's open, right?
Yeah, so that's the idea. That's why white played h4, now allowing white to come in. Now, by the way, I have to play h4 right away, because if I don't, if I start with this move, then you can close it, right, with h4.
Right, that's what I was, yeah.
So h4 is the best case.
That was the inevitable plan, right? Was to take the pawn, the bishop, move out of the way, and then go to h4, you know?
Correct. Yeah, so think about this position. How can you lock it down?
You go to g4.
Okay. I take you. Then if you take queen e2.
Just come take it. Yeah, I can't stop you.
Yeah. So it's not taking with the bishop. It's not
well, I mean, take
g4.
the pawn.
Okay, so if you
stop you.
take the pawn, then still queen c1.
Okay, what if I don't do anything?
If you don't do anything, I guess you just move the king. Then I just take you.
Yeah, you're gonna come, right? Yeah.
There is a solution though. It's not a trick question. I promise.
Do I bring my bishop somewhere where I can stop the queen from coming over?
Unfortunately, it's the bishop is only controlling the dark squares. If somehow you could have gotten some kind of the bishop here and a pawn here, maybe. I just don't see how you do it quickly. So there are two ways to control your main issue. The main problem is the h3 square, just like the b6 square. So think about what have we done here with b6. The same pattern goes with h3. In order to prevent white from bringing his queen there, it's not always the solution is just to control that square, to attack that square, but we can also move to that square, right? Like with b6. What you were trying to do is you were trying to defend the square instead of just blocking it, right? So that's how we blocked it on b6. We put a piece there. So how can how can we do it with h3?
Is it bishop h2?
Bishop
No,
h.
you'll just still get it. Or you'll just march your pawn down.
Right.
I mean, I could get a pawn on h3 by letting you take and moving up, but that doesn't work.
Okay, what's the other way? It's okay, so you're on the right track. You wanna place a pawn there, but now don't let me take you.
I move a piece when nobody's looking. Because as far as I know, pawns don't go diagonally. So I mean, I can. Okay, so I see what you're saying. So I take on g4 and then push to h3.
Exactly. Good job. So you take the pawn on h4. Otherwise, I take you and I have a very dangerous passed pawn. And now when I play queen c1, now you have to play the move h3. This is actually what happened in the game. And white takes. White took. If I play queen h1 now, what would you do here?
Bishop h4. I mean, pawn h4.
Pawn h4, but then I take you and I come in.
Then I wouldn't do that. I mean, my first thought was just move the bishop. F2.
But I want to come in and just take everything. I want to bridge the gate.
You go to h2.
Yeah, so that's the right move, h2. And once I place my pawn on h2, that's it. That's total blockade. So okay, this is if white plays the move queen h1. What if white takes on h3? Here again, you have to do a very precise move.
That's then h4.
Yeah, you have to do it. If you don't do it, let's say just wait one move, I want to play h4 myself. And again, I'm going to be in time to bring my queen over. So again, you have to play h4. And that's exactly how the game ended. As a draw. Yeah, there's no way for white to make any progress here. Crazy, huh?
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to sack the queen. Even then, it wouldn't.
So this is how the game ended, but white made a mistake. If you remember, I told you that strategically, black is lost, and in some kind of positions like this, I'm sure that black can make it draw, but white has missed a winning chances after queen b6. So here let's try to figure out how does white win this position. So white to move, and obviously it's not going to be in one move. But there is a plan for white on how to win this position.
I wouldn't think. I still want to double up on that a5 pawn.
Okay, and how do you do that?
Queen to c3 and knight to b3. You eventually get to b3 somewhere.
So you're gonna place the queen here and then the knight here. Well, first of all, if you place the queen here, what's the problem with this move?
Bishop to no. Yeah, you can get the bishop over.
I get a bishop in, so if I go do this, and now you're trying somehow to reroute your knight, I'm gonna go here, take your knight, and that's a draw, right?
But it doesn't have to be c3. It could be d2, I guess. You know.
Yeah, so gotta be precise. So d2 is the move, the most precise move, because it covers f2 and e1, bishop's moves, and then it also attacks a5. Okay, so let's say I'm waiting. I'm gonna play king. I guess I'll just play h4 or something, just to make sure. Okay, so what next?
Knight to b2.
Okay. So king, let's do king b7.
Knight to d3.
Okay. Queen a7.
Pawn to a4.
Okay, but and now I'm gonna play king b6.
Yeah, you are.
So that was my plan. You might get the knight here to b3. And you might
What
attack
if I
me.
don't do the pawn? What if I move the king instead? Well, the king can't. Yeah, the king can get in, right? Yeah.
King, your king?
Yeah. So b3, a4.
Yeah. So that is the right solution. So the best, that's the best. I would play first king b3. Then I would play knight go back. Then I will play king a4. Get to this position, making sure that he cannot sack the pawn somehow with pawn a4 or something like that. And now you can easily reroute the knight from d3, c1, b3. Once you get here, let's make some random moves. Actually, maybe I have to worry about this, but now I'm not too worried about this idea anymore. And now, I'm afraid that if I'm gonna capture with the knight, I'm gonna be forever pinned. So I guess I have to take with the queen. And now, okay, yeah, well now my knight can go in and have a party.
Right.
All right, now we have 1,000 people, so that's a party.
But we lost 200.
Oh, I just said that. Man, 200 in 1 second. I guess I really pissed those guys off. So, what did we learn? That again, one of these very, very difficult concept to remember is that it's okay sometimes to to give away material with queen b6. In this case, it's for a fortress, but we see other positions where we use this technique. And I think we covered already before, like for example, sacrificing the exchange and stuff like that to weaken the opponent's king. But yeah, I think that queen b6 is a very impressive move.
Yeah.
Any questions?
No.
All right. No further questions, Your Honor. Alrighty, now since you're the master of pawn endgames, let's look at this endgame. What was the question? Let's see.
I don't know, but the answer is resign.
The answer is always resign. The question was black to move. There was no question. They just told you black to move. So flip the board, and this is the first puzzle. So you're supposed to know it. You promised that you got the answers.
Yeah, but do I remember it? Is the question.
Gotta write it down.
I know. I just did it at work. I was in between something.
Okay, so let's look at this. I mean, obviously, black is playing for a draw, and because he's a pawn down. But he has to figure out how to make the draw.
I think I would start with h5.
Pawn here, pawn h5.
Yep.
Okay, king b3.
Then king to b7.
a5.
a7.
Take.
Take.
King a4.
Yes, it lost.
You actually had a way to make a draw up to here.
I mean, but if I take, I was worried about you coming to.
This would be an excellent example of kind of a
You go to
mind
A4.
square.
You go to a4. I go to b6. I guess then you got to move, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of a similar concept to the mind squares.
Yeah, I was thinking that I couldn't stay there, but I guess you have to go move also.
Yeah. So you're right. Black is playing here for a draw, and his move was supposed to be h5, but he messed up. He's not Eric Lupton, so he's somebody else. So instead, he played king b7 right away. And now, why didn't he? Clancy's asking why didn't he take the pawn? Yeah. So this is I assume that this is what you were referring to. Yeah. So taking the pawn was the draw. Okay, Clancy and Eric. So why is king b7 was so bad? White to move and to win. You're right. h5. Good job. Okay, so h5. Pawn takes. Now what?
Now I bring my king over.
Yeah, king d3. So your plan is bam, bam, boom, bam, beam, boom.
Yep.
Is that how the both sisters say it? Beam, bam, boom?
Yeah, bing, bam, boom, yeah. Bang, bang, bang.
Ah, bang, bang. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I like the booms, not the bang, bangs.
Yeah, well, we all have preferences.
Okay, so king d3, but black has one more tactic up his sleeve. He played h4. What to do now?
G4.
G4. Okay, I take. Be careful, now already I have
Yeah, yep.
two pass pawns.
Yeah, but one moves faster than two.
That's actually correct.
Yeah.
One does move faster than two. So I am in the square, right?
Yep.
Well, this one, I'm not sure this is winning. Actually, you are not in the square, by the way. So I feel like
No, I'm not. Yeah, I just realized that.
I feel like you have to get in the square.
I may have messed up.
Let's go back. Okay, so h4. H4 is a tricky move.
So I can take.
So even Clancy is asking you why push instead of taking. So let's first of all figure out why not to take the pawn. What's the issue with this move?
Yeah, taking seemed wrong.
Why?
Because now I can go to h5.
Well done, well done. You make me proud today.
Yeah, this is now it's a fortress again.
Yeah. So now after h5, black is controlling all these squares, and again, I mean, he can try to do something on this side, but it's not gonna help him. So it is not to take and it's not to push the pawn. What does it leave us with?
You move the king.
Yeah. So king e3 or king e2.
Just get closer.
This move wins. It took king f3, and then we come in and we take everything. So the reason why black cannot bring his king over is because
Yeah, now you go to a5.
yeah, at some point I'm gonna push these pawns as well. Okay. Anybody has any questions? So in this position, black could have made a draw by playing h5 and constructing the perfect
I feel like if I saw that, then so should have, you know, Alexei Univ.
yeah.
Uniev. How do you say that?
Yuniev.
Uniev? Yeah.
Yuniev, yeah.
He sounds like your cousin.
All Russians sound the same. Alrighty, let's move on to the next one. So this were two puzzles. So these the ones that you solved.
Really?
All right, let's go into the other one. Checobear.
I was talking to Mike today, and he was saying that if you happen to move to Boca Raton, you'd have so many people in your demographic.
For chess lessons or for what?
No, if you move to South Florida to Boca Raton, like for some reason, yeah, there's a lot of Russian Jews here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, a lot of Jewish people in general, but
You understand that I moved away from Israel, which we well, we have millions of those. So not saying anything here, but hint hint. Okay, so let's look at this one. This one is this one is a little bit more difficult. I feel.
This is the one I looked at.
Oh, okay. So maybe
and I decided right off the bat the only move White can make now is h2 with the bishop.
Okay, so bishop h2. Okay, so first of all, let's try to make a positional evaluation. What do you think is White is playing for? A draw, a win? Obviously, White has a bishop, and then Black has has two pawns.
That a pawn is ridiculous.
So this is a pass pawn. This is who said that? I think it was Nimzovich who said that the a5 pawn is a pass pawn, is like the enemy of the state. It's like this escaped what do you call it? Escaped prisoner. We have to put him under lock and key and throw away the.
I feel like it's a draw.
Okay, so White is probably playing for a draw. This is what my estimate would be.
Yeah.
I speak 3 languages: Hebrew, Russian, and English.
I speak like 1.3 languages.
You should be able to speak Spanish, no? If I would assume if you
My Spanish is okay. It's pretty good. It's not as good as your Russian or your English or your Hebrew.
is your girlfriend knows does she know Spanish?
She knows Vietnamese.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, interesting.
Her mom is from Vietnam.
Oh, okay. Very very exotic.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are probably playing here for a draw. So let's. So what's the plan? Why did you play Bishop H2?
You have to. It's the only way to stop. I wanted to use the bishop to block because you're blocking the pawn coming to H2, and you're stopping G1 at the same time.
But you're stopping those from here as well.
Right, but I guess you could say it there too. What was I worried about?
Okay, so let's try this. So Bishop H2, and I'm just gonna push my pawn. I'm gonna try to
Right,
promote
now
my
I'm
pawn.
outside the box now.
Okay, so let's so if you're in the box, that doesn't mean that it works. It means that you're in the box. But let's
Right.
see. So King D2, A3, King C2. Now I can play A2, but now when you left your king over here,
Right,
when
now
you move the king, I'm gonna move
Yeah.
my king over. And so if you come here, I go here. You take my pawn, I go King F3. Then I will
Oh,
grab.
that's right. So I was gonna go. You have to time it right, but you have to go F3 at some point.
Right. So if you do it here, so let's assume that you do it here because right now that's the kind of the critical moment.
Right.
F3. What's the problem with that? How does black makes a breakthrough? Camber G, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the club. Hopefully you guys enjoy the session. We should do like a documentary, the Eric's path to being a grandmaster, and then like 5 years from now.
National master. All I want to be is a national master.
Well, you know what? You have to.
Get good at chess.
You have to aim high so you can fall in the middle.
Oh, gotcha. So I can
So.
fail at make it a grandmaster.
Yeah.
Is that what happened to you?
Well, I guess. I guess so, right? I mean, I was aiming for a grandmaster. Yeah, 145 viewers. That's not too bad. Not too bad. No need to get angry. Okay, so what's the problem now? How does Blake makes a breakthrough? Because right now it looks like, we stopped him. The bishop is controlling everything. So how does Black win here?
You go G1, King to H4.
We promote. Takes, and King F4. You're right. And then here, here, and that's lost.
Yeah.
Okay, so unfortunately, Bishop H2 is not the right move.
No. So you start moving the king first to get closer.
The answer is quite. I don't think that I would even think about this, and I think it's slightly bizarre.
It's not like F4, is it?
Not F4. In such positions, I want to show you something. So let's say I start with F3 first. I'm still in the box, right? So F3, A4. In such positions, sometimes there's an interesting plan to play Bishop B6. We sack our bishop to promote the pawn, but in this case, it really doesn't work because if you go here, he takes C7, he promotes to a queen before us.
Yeah.
But just wanted to mention that it does happen sometimes. Okay, I'm gonna show you the second move. King F2. I'm going all the way to the other side.
You block your bishop though.
Yeah, stand up, block my bishop. I'm doing everything.
Oh, I see. Okay, I know what's gonna happen. So A3, king to G3, bishop to
A2.
D4,
Bishop D4, I take.
not D4. But I see what's, yeah. You're not gonna get there in time.
So you thought that I'm gonna come here and we're basically gonna switch sides, right? The king is gonna hold these two pawns, and then the bishop is gonna hold this pawn, right? Is that kind of?
Right.
Unfortunately, it's not, we're not in time. Like this is the fastest I can go. And after A2, White takes the pawn on H3. He allows him to promote, and now he takes on G2. And you might say, no, this is crazy. That's lost. This is madness. Madness?
Yeah.
This is Sparta.
And then queen to B2.
Yeah, queen B2 check.
King to G3.
Yeah, I guess you can go both ways. So they played bishop F2 first, king G5, and now king G3. And apparently, this position is a draw. Can you believe that?
No.
It's also hard to believe for me too as well. So,
I guess there's just no way to get around, huh? And if you leave that column, you bring the bishop to B6 and sack, right?
I don't think we're gonna have time for it because he has a queen. But okay, what if he plays queen?
But I mean, if you tried to go around behind, you know.
What if I go here and I try to go here?
And I go king to H2.
Okay, but then if you leave it, then he can just go here and grab the pawn.
Yeah. Okay.
So what's the deal?
I can't fork you on E3. That doesn't work.
No. I guess the move is king.
I go to G2.
And then if king F4.
Then bishop to G3.
That's what I thought, but then he has king E3.
Then F3.
And we'll come here and we'll capture everything.
And you resign. One of these puzzles is going to end in resigning one day.
Oh, a draw. Okay, so back to this position. So queen C1. So apparently we cannot move the king. We cannot allow him to grab the space on F4. So the only move we have is with the bishop. So what is the only move that does not lose the bishop?
A7.
Good job. You see, when you have only one possible answer, then it's easy.
Okay, but now queen H1.
Yeah, queen H1. Now I would assume that if he goes queen H1, I can go. I guess I can just check here, and then bishop F2.
Now queen H4.
Okay, go back.
Queen to G5.
Protect.
There's no way in, right?
Let's
Queen
check
G2.
this.
Yeah.
Let's check this with the engine. Here.
Well, now queen to F4. You just go back, right?
Yeah.
How terrible.
So bizarre. Let's check with the engine just in
I'd be
case.
really upset.
Okay, so he says that black is plus
Clearly
6.
winning, but it
Clearly
doesn't know
winning.
how.
Yeah, show me how. Yes, the key move is bishop a7 when our king. Oh, now it's plus 7.
Progress.
Yeah. This is yeah, this is kind of bizarre.
Is there any way to sack the queen and take on take a pawn somewhere? No, not really, right?
Well, there is. So if you sack the queen for a pawn, then I would assume that my bishop is gonna hold.
Right.
The only other way is to somehow, create a zugzwang.
Or sack the queen for a bishop.
Yeah, let's do this, and here. Now here, black gets that position.
Right, but now it's still a draw, which is where we were before.
Maybe it. So which
I mean,
side
Black
do?
was trying to get a win with the queen. White already had a draw. All White just got what it wanted still.
Yeah. So the
In fact,
question
White has
is.
better chances now, probably.
So if I go to the left, yeah, I guess I can just go F4 at some point. I can even play for a win here.
Yeah, this doesn't get better for Black. Shocking, trading a bishop for a queen is not advantageous.
Yeah, so this position is really crazy because it just like
Let you promote.
it's just one of these things that now when the first time when I saw this position when I was just looking at this solution, I had in mind there's another thing that sometimes works, not exactly in this position, but sometimes it works like we would bring the king somewhere here, and somehow it would be a stalemate. Like I don't have the pawn here, and maybe I'm pinned somehow.
But
And
what if I promote to a knight?
hey, this is a good question though. Maybe
Yeah.
you're right. So what have we? So here, well, yeah. I mean, if you promote to a knight, I guess. I mean, my bishop is better, right? I'm gonna
Right.
go here
Yeah,
and
you're just gonna
grab
take
the
it.
pawn. What if you promote to a rook? But I don't know. I don't see what's the.
Or rook just a queen who can't move diagonal.
Yeah, that's. I never thought about this way.
You only want to promote to a rook if there's a stalemate, but there isn't.
Yeah, so there isn't a lot of difference in this position between a rook and a queen. But yeah, kind of bizarre, very bizarre position.
That's crazy. I
Definitely.
never would have gotten this. This wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, this is definitely an etude. So this was composed in 1948 by this guy
Oh, good job,
Chekover.
Vitaly Chekover.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, so before in our first lessons, I showed you some more more common ideas. But in this case, you kind of you saw the crazy stuff, queen sacrifice, or we are allowing him to promote to a queen. So there are some crazy ideas as well.
Well, if I remember this position, I'll know what to do.
Awesome. All right, guys, we're almost done. We will be here with Eric. You can see the schedule up there. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. We are here to make your life better. If you would like to tune in, please follow us, and we'll be here for you.
Vitaly, when are you going to start taking these videos from Twitch and uploading them to YouTube?
That's a good question. I don't know if Twitch is already are they saving those? They used to save it. Now I don't see those as many.
Yeah, your math videos are saved.
Okay.
Can't I see them because I'm a subscriber?
Maybe. Can you?
You used to be able. I mean, on other channels you can. I don't see them on yours. Yeah, I don't see your past videos. That's weird.
Maybe it's like just for like premium, like Twitch partners.
But if I go to like Numsco, who's now playing violin, her past videos are somewhere. Used to be there.
Maybe it's not available when I'm online because
That's what it is. Yeah, when you log off, I can see your past videos,
Oh, okay.
which means you can definitely download them.
Yeah. Maybe I can. I think that they are saving them for like a month. I have to look at that. Too much going on, So too many things going on, as you know.
So
I
you should
will.
be uploading these to YouTube.
Alrighty. So who are we rating?
I want to read Yenya Naroditsky.
All right. Let's go. Let's say hello to Danya.
Do you know him?
Yeah, actually, I cannot remember if I played him or not, but I I met him a few times in the St. Louis Chess Club. He's a nice guy. Um, let's see, raid channel.
After we finish rating, you can you have 5 minutes to ask me any questions you've thought of.
Okay.
Right.
Let's see, rating, and I just got 700 viewers, and I'm rating with 3 people. Good luck, guys.